Have you ever really stopped to think about what you are actually worth? I don't mean in terms of money. I don't mean in terms of job titles or how much someone is willing to pay you for your time. I mean your actual essence, that core energy, the combination of everything you are and everything you bring into a space. When you pause long enough, you'll realize that your essence is priceless. Priceless means there isn't a number, a scale, or a system that can measure it. It means your worth cannot be bought or sold because it transcends transaction. It's not tied to a paycheck, a resume line, or how productive you were this week. It's deeper than that. It's the way your energy, talents, and time and nature weaves together in a way that it cannot be replicated by others. Let's break it down, because sometimes we need to see all the layers to appreciate everything that we are. Think about your time, and how often have people tried to put a price tag on it? What's your hourly rate? How much overtime will you make? What's your billable hours? And sure, money is tied to time in many spaces, but let's be honest, your time is far more valuable than a line on a budget sheet. You can always earn more money, but you can never make more time. Once a day passes, it's gone forever. That's what makes your time sacred. Every single choice you make about how you spend it, whether people, projects, or your passions, it's a declaration of what you value most. And here's the kicker. Not everyone gets access to your time. That in itself is selective. You are selective because you know not every situation deserves your presence. Ask yourself, when you share your time, what are you truly giving? The answer is a piece of your life. That's huge. That's why your essence is not something that people can casually take. Then there's your energy. Have you noticed how your energy sets a tone when you enter a room? Maybe you've walked into a meeting and felt the energy instantly shift when you started greeting people with your warm and welcoming presence. Or perhaps you've been the one that other people lean on because your energy is grounded, reliable, and steady. Energy is contagious. Some people will drain it, and some people will ignite it. But you know the difference because you've learned to protect your energy, because you know that it is not an infinite resource. You don't waste it on drama, unnecessary battles, or things that don't align with your values. And that is exactly why people notice when you give your energy and what you are giving it to. Think about it. Have you ever heard someone say, I feel calmer when I'm around you, or I feel like I can breathe again when I'm in your presence? I feel lighter because you're in the room. That is your essence radiating. That's not something money can buy. That's something only you carry. Now let's talk about resources, not just money or material things, but the intangible ones. Your network, your life experience, your lessons learned from successes and failures, your perspective that nobody else can have. You have walked a path that nobody else has walked in the exact same way. The skills you've developed, the obstacles you've overcome, the knowledge you've gathered, these are your unique resources. And the way you combine them all is like a fingerprint. For example, two people can have the same job, the same degree, the same certifications, but you will not approach a problem in the same way. They don't connect the dots the way that you connect them in your own unique way. They don't see the possibilities the way that you envision them. That is your resource bank, and that is priceless. Of course, your talents and skills are a part of this too. Maybe you're creative, analytical, empathetic, or innovative. Maybe you're the kind of person who can look at a blank page and turn it into a compelling story. Or the one who can take chaos and turn it into a structured plan. Or the one who can listen to someone vent and extract the hidden solutions from their words. These talents aren't just tools, they're extensions of your essence. They are what you've nurtured and refined over years of experience and gathering knowledge. And while skills can be taught, your particular combination of talent and perspective cannot. So ask yourself this: when you bring your skills into a room, what happens? Do problems get solved faster? Do people feel more hopeful? Do ideas suddenly seem possible? That is the impact of your essence operating through your talents. And again, Nobody can put a price tag on that. Now, this is something people don't always talk about openly. Your aura. Yes, your aura. The energy field, the vibe, the invisible force that is surrounding you at all times. Whether you call it energy, presence, or just the way you make people feel, it all matters. Some people walk into a room and bring chaos, and some people walk into a room and bring calm. Some carry a heaviness that weighs people down, but you bring light into the room. You illuminate the space. You carry a presence that uplifts, reassures, and inspires others. Even when you're quiet, even when you say nothing, your aura will speak for itself. Your aura will speak for you. Even when you don't say much, people feel you. Haven't you noticed how strangers sometimes just smile at you when you walk by? Or people feel comfortable telling you stories or things about their lives when you didn't even provoke it? It's your aura. That's your essence making itself known before you even open your mouth. And that is priceless. Something else that's priceless about you is your stability. In a world that's often chaotic, unpredictable, and full of noise, your steady nature is like an anchor. People know that they can rely on you, not just for results, but for balance, clarity, and calm. This doesn't mean you don't face challenges. Of course you do. Your choice to remain positive even when things are difficult, that is rare. That is gold. And because of that, people trust you. They know you'll show up, and they know you will not collapse under pressure. Think about it. How many people in your life do you truly consider steady? Probably not many, right? And that is why your essence stands out. It's why people gravitate towards you. Stability and positivity are gifts that you offer to others without even trying. So when you put all of this together, your time, energy, resources, talents, skills, aura, and stability, what do you get? A person whose value cannot be measured. A person whose essence is beyond calculation. And yet, all too often, we forget this. We get caught up in productivity culture, in measuring our worth by our accomplishments, in comparing ourselves to others. But ask yourself this: has there ever been another you in the history of this universe? Will there ever be another? The answer is obvious. There's only one, and that is why you are priceless. Understanding that your essence is priceless, it makes sense to protect it, to guard your time, to preserve your energy, and to create boundaries around your aura. Think about how often you've said yes when you truly meant no. Or how often you've given yourself, your energy to something or someone who didn't deserve it at all. Part of honoring your priceless essence is remembering that not everyone deserves access to it. Your time is selective, your energy is sacred, and your presence is powerful. Protecting it does not make you selfish. Instead, it makes you wise. When you understand that your essence is priceless, you get into the receptive mode. You stop chasing things that will ultimately diminish you. You stop begging for scraps or recognition or love. Instead, you recognize that everything meant for you, success, opportunities, relationships, abundance, flows more easily when you stand in the truth of your worth. You're not hustling for validation, and you're not overcompensating to prove your worth. You're simply open, steady, and ready to receive and allow what's already yours. Because here's the truth: the universe, God, source energy, the creator, whatever you call it, has already aligned doors, people, and opportunities that match your essence, that are on your path. But you see them more clearly when you stand firm in your essence, firm in your value, and firm in your worth. So ask yourself this: are you ready to receive what's already yours? Are you ready to believe that you don't have to earn your worth, that you are already worthy? When you say yes to that, everything begins to shift. Doors begin to open, opportunities show up, and even your energetic aura changes over time. You become more expansive, you become more thoughtful, and you become more intuitive and in tune with what is right for you and what is not. Your essence is priceless. It cannot be copied, it cannot be duplicated, it cannot be replicated, it cannot be measured, it cannot be replaced. It shows up in your time, in your energy, in your unique resources, in your talents, in your aura, and in your stable and positive nature. It's in the way that strangers feel comforted around you, or the way your loved ones rely upon you, and the way your presence alone changes the atmosphere. So the next time you find yourself questioning your value, pause and remember that you are not your achievement. You are not your hourly rate. You are more than a role in a job. You are more than the task that you complete at the end of the day. You are a one-of-a-kind constellation of gifts, energies, and experiences. And that has no price tag. It is beyond measure. You and all of your wholeness is priceless.